Bell has got 11, and Clark the steal. 4-on-1. Bell tees it up for another three. 14 points. Timeout, Ole Miss. He's knocked down 4 of his first 5. You got to feel like you're in the zone when you tee up a 3 on a 4-on-1.
Speaking of zones, how about Michael Frazier with a conference record 11 three-pointers on the road at South Carolina.
White takes it back up top. Ladarius White. Out of contact near the rim. No call. The Hogs will have it back when we come back. They've knocked down 7 threes in the first half, and they lead it by 12.
Has done a tremendous job for Ole Miss. All-time winningest coach, 2-time SEC Coach of the Year in 2007 and 2013. And in his first 8 years has an opportunity to surpass Coach Billy Donovan and Whip Sanderson with 170 wins if he can get one before the year's out.
Loose ball controlled by Ole Miss. Arkansas, after trailing 17-16, they're in the midst of a 21-8 run. Their bench has outscored the Rebel bench 23-2 here in the first half. Perez turns on Clark, lost it. 3-on-2 with a trailer. And a foul is going to be called.
Again, when you face a team like Arkansas, we talk about the defensive pressure, but you also better get back in defensive transitions. When we used to prepare to play against the Razorbacks, when they had guys like Pat Bradley, Gibson, TJ Cleveland, who's on their assistant coaching staff now, guys like Joe Johnson. We had multiple practices of just exchanging from one end to the other, acting like you turn the basketball over, and it has to be an all-out sprint back to the other end because that's the type of pressure you face for 40 minutes.
Bobby Portis is some kind of freshman for Arkansas. Leads the club right now in scoring and rebounding. And if that holds, he'll be the first Arkansas freshman to ever do that. A 14-point lead and another steal. Portis gives it up. Oh my goodness. Well, the building, the top was going to come off if he had been able to drop down his 5th 3 of the first half. Jones, air ball. Cox the offensive board. 3-point shot wouldn't go for Henderson. Long rebound, fresh 35.
Got to display some patience here if you're Ole Miss. You can't get caught up into the Razorbacks game. And that's what they do. They kind of impose their will of an up-tempo game.
So Mississippi will have the basketball back. Fresh 35. Madden will enter. Bell will exit, and he'll get a big hand.
Bell, 6'3", 188 pounds. Sophomore has given Razorbacks some good minutes.
Summers with a bucket. Look at that. 14 made field goals. Arkansas sharing the wealth. They've got 10 assists. Make it 11. Williams right down the lane for the layup.
Dangerous as well. Coach Mike Anderson over his career is 80-1 when his teams have 20 assists or more.
White. Back to Jones. Jones touched iron. Jones had a rough game at Texas A&M last weekend. Just 2 points. Came in a first half dunk. Portis picks up his dribble. Needs some help. Madden takes it back outside to swing it to Gully. Madden, 3 from the wing. That is 8 of 15 from outside the arc here in the first half for the Hogs. Henderson. Jones in traffic, missed it. Rebound won't go. Madden saves it. Pull-up pop. Would not go for Williams. Strong rebound in there for Aaron Jones.
Where's your toughness right now if you're Ole Miss? Maintain your composure, and Ladarius Snoop White shows it with a nice three-pointer.
Here's Madden, the give up from 27 feet. Wow, Wade rings the bell. That's 9 threes in the first half for Arkansas. The lead is 16. Williams the rebound. Wade the lob. Williams the throwdown. Henderson. Jones kicks it back to White. And they will slow things down. But this crowd is revved up. Blocking foul.
I'm going to tell you what, this Razorback team could beat anyone in the country tonight. And Mr. Bell out of...
Damian, what do you remember about your senior night at Auburn?
Well, the emotions are running high. If you lose a basketball game, it's not going to be because of lack of effort, because of lack of heart. And that's what you're seeing that's being displayed here tonight. This entire team for Arkansas, they care about each other. And right now, they're playing not as individuals, but for one another.
Look at that, 9 of 16 from outside the arc here in the first half. Down the lane, reverse layup shot would not go. And Wade will go to the line for 2.
Mardracus Wade, one of those seniors who we discussed, playing 21 minutes over the last 7 games and averaging around 6 points per game. Third amongst active steal leaders in the SEC with 152 as Bobby Portis gets a nice round of applause from the Razorback fans.
One more shot for Wade. And the lead is 19. That is their largest lead. Ball deflected. Nice pass inside and the flush. DeMarco Cox with a finish.
Well, I like the mindset that time by Ole Miss. It was more of attacking once they got through the trap versus being somewhat timid and passive.
Balls. Contact.
Ole Miss doing a much job of breaking pressure right here. You freeze it, there's a reverse pass, but there's the attack right there, and a nice job of exploding to the rim. You see Cox with the finish, but again, White, when he received that ball, had to make a decision. Do I pull it back out, or do I attack? The Rebels made the right decision that time.
Michael Qualls steps up on the 1-and-1 as the Razorbacks are now in the bonus. Qualls, a pair of 20-point games in the last 4, and that's his first point of the night. One more free throw coming for the sophomore from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Qualls, of course, so many of SportsCenter top 10 plays. He's done it 7 times this year with 22 double-figure scoring games and 30 dunks. This Arkansas team has had 6 different players lead them in scoring.
Driving around Fayetteville this afternoon, saw a sign that said, "Has Qualls come down yet?" I love that. Back iron would not go for Newby. It's going to be a foul on the Rebels.
And that's a tough break for the freshman Colby, Dwight Colby, out of Nassau, Bahamas, 6'9", 236 pounds. For Coach Andy Kennedy, you want him attacking the glass.
All right, here's Qualls going airborne. See what I mean?
Oh.
Check it.
Well, he's a guy that makes you want to dispute the fact what goes up must come down. It must come down, but some others take a little bit longer than others, and Qualls is one of those players.
Rashad Madden at the line. Gets one more free throw, has earned the bonus. 16 fouls on Arkansas now with just 52 seconds left in the first half.
Arkansas is a dangerous team because they have 6'7" guys that are kind of in between that 6'4" to 6'8" range. That means they're long, they're wiry, they're athletic, they're tailor-made for defense, like Coach Mike Anderson of Arkansas.
Arkansas has scored 54 points here in the first half. Now, they've gone over 100 3 times this year. That's more than any other team in the SEC. Summers sensed the double team, got the feed inside. The foul is called, and Colby will step up to the line for 2.
Well, this is a much better offensive trip. Summers gathers himself. He sees the wide open Colby. Nice entry pass and takes his time. That's what you have to look for when you face the Razorbacks. There's going to be opportunities. You just have to be tough enough physically and mentally to handle the contact, handle the defensive pressure, and then be able to spot out the offensive opportunities that the Razorbacks give you.
Colby misses the free throw. Qualls picked up the personal, made 1 of 2. Janari Josar has come on. And when you see him on the floor, always a threat. Madden's going to pull it out. Shot clock is off. Hogs look like they're going to take a 20-point lead to the locker room. Qualls, 5 seconds. Knocks it down. Final seconds. Bit of it goes. And what a first half for Arkansas.
A team that scored 100 turnovers, uncharacteristic of those two. And then for Bell and Wade, we talked about those 14 points off of the bench and the 16 points off of turnovers by the Razorbacks.
This 22-point lead that Arkansas currently enjoys is their largest in any SEC game this season. Their bench outscored the Ole Miss bench in the first half, 38-8. And they scored 16 points off the turnovers by Ole Miss in the first half. Arkansas had just 3 turnovers in our first 20-minute session. Qualls. Down the lane, Perez lost the handle. Henderson couldn't get it to go. The rebound by Portis.
Got to have him. Ole Miss has to have Henderson knock down some shots to get back in this game.
Madden misses a 3. Offensive rebound. Portis missed it all in the putback attempt. He was right underneath the rim. Summers, the runner in the lane. Back iron, no good. Rebound. He's inside, and he will earn the trip to the free throw line. A freshman, he is tough on the offensive glass. Other scores tonight in the SEC final. Georgia continues to roll as they beat Mississippi State by 21. Tennessee with a 24-point lead on Auburn. Auburn at home, only 20 points in 20 minutes. And Texas A&M with a 10-point lead at Missouri at the half. That's a bit of a surprise.
Well, Texas A&M and Jamal Jones have been playing extremely well. Alex Caruso, one of the more underrated guards in the conference, amongst the tops in assists. And then Tennessee dominating right now at Auburn. Tennessee and Arkansas are 2 teams, in my mind, that are where they need to be mentally. They're both playing with a chip on their shoulder right now, as if they want to demand respect, and that's where they need to be at this time of the year.
Maybe the fuse for the Vols got lit over the weekend when they just did a demolition job on Vanderbilt in Knoxville. Marshall Henderson, 1 of 8 from outside the arc in this game. Summers for 3. Short side rim, no good. Portis, it's all going Arkansas's way right now. They've got the ball and a 23-point lead. Clark with a ball fake. The runner, count it. And a three-point play opportunity. That's a strong move.
Cody Clark, the senior, showing you the shot fake, is able to get Jones in the air and then jumps into Jones instead of jumping away from the contact. One of the tougher guys out of Birmingham, Alabama, Clark jumps into the contact and converts the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Clark has 10 points now. He had a career high 23 points against Georgia here over the weekend. Henderson bypasses the three. Strong drive to the hole. Contact, no call. Qualls misses. Skies for the rebound and the putback. He's got 8.
Coach Andy Kennedy trying to save his TV and wait for the TV timeout with a veteran backcourt.
Saiz with a drive, and Portis commits the foul. It's a 15-2 Arkansas run currently. A tough night so far for Marshall Henderson.
Well, listen, you see his shot chart. He's a guy who, you know, in the first half, as you look at this shot chart, struggled tremendously. You see all of those shots from behind the three-point line, and he actually made a better percentage going to the rim. And that's a lesson at home for young players who are watching Marshall Henderson as one of the best bad shot makers in the country. Even him, though, a guy who's second in the country with 4.4 threes a game, if you're having an off night, try to get to that rim, get some easy baskets at point-blank range to get your team back involved.
So he's able to rattle one in. He will take a seat on the bench. And Dwight Colby will come back on for the Rebels. Gully brings it into the front court for Arkansas. Arkansas right now shooting 53% for the game. The Rebels just 25%. Ball starting to feel it offensively. That shot was partially blocked. Henderson comes up with a loose ball for the Rebels. Ole Miss trying to put a couple of good stretches here together. Summers won't hang in there for him, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Summers doesn't get the basket, but he's got the right mindset. You know, speaking with Coach Anthony Grant, Coach Mike Anderson, the conversation is actually not about Marshall Henderson, but it's actually about Jarvis Summers and his overall improvement, the type of guy that you would love to coach because of his mental toughness. And he's a guy that coaches around this league look at to come back next year and be a potential SEC Player of the Year candidate.
One more for Summers, and he puts it in. Summers has got 11, and he is the first player in double figures for the Rebels tonight.